Riley and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a work from home day in my life as a 28-year-old accountant. This morning we did go out and we got a morning coffee at our favorite coffee shop in Sarasota, which is Coast to Coast. I don't usually go out for a morning coffee during the week, but I have gotten into a really bad habit. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, I used to be in an office 5 days a week, and as of the last month, I started at a new job and I started getting into this bad habit of just never leaving the apartment during the week. So this morning I woke up and I was like, I feel like I'm going crazy. I need to get out of these 4 white walls in this bedroom and I need to go do something. Like, I just need some fresh air. I need to get out and go somewhere else. So we did go out for the morning coffee. So we are already off to a great start this morning. And it is Thursday, July 31st. So for my work day, that means we are about to jump into month-end close for accounting. It is a little after 8 a.m. right now, but I am at a bit of a standstill for work. It's just kind of a waiting game. Like I mentioned, it's month-end close, but for me, I personally work on professional fees and I have to wait to book all of my journal entries and do my month-end close processes until AP is done. So once AP is closed, they send out an email. We did get an email earlier this week saying the time frame for AP close should be around 10:30 this morning, which would be great. Once AP is closed, then I can run the GL detail for my accounts, which are going to be professional fees and contractor fees. And then we'll have to check to see if any invoices were already accrued for in the AP accrual, or if I need to accrue for them in my accrual and do my journal entries. So that's just like a really brief overview in case you're interested. We have about 2 hours until AP closes their stuff. I do have one journal entry that I can work on. I saw that I was asked to do a reclass, so I'm going to go ahead and put that journal entry together. But overall, today is probably going to be busy. Tomorrow is also going to be really busy, and most likely like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week will be busy just wrapping everything up for the end of the month. I'm feeling a little bit anxious this morning. I think just waiting until that 10:30 mark before I can really jump into my files has me feeling a bit antsy. Also, like I mentioned, I just started this job a month ago. So I went through the month-end close process last month with one of the senior accountants, and she showed me how to do everything. But this is a huge file. I think there are I'm just completely guessing, 60 to 70 tabs that we go through. And this is my first time doing it by myself. So I think with the first part of this morning, I really want to review all of my notes. I have a ton of notes that I took down. They're kind of messy and kind of unorganized because I was just jotting things down as fast as I could as we were going through things last month. And I know last month I had quite a few questions, and there were just certain items I couldn't get to because I was working so slowly because I was new at everything. And then that on top of, I am on the East Coast. I live in Sarasota, Florida. The company that I work for is headquartered out of Phoenix, Arizona, and they don't do daylight savings time. So at this point in the year, there is a 3-hour time difference. So it did make it a little bit challenging last month to be logged on at the same time as the senior accountant. It just gave us very limited time to go over things. So there were certain things that she just did on her own to help me out. And I really want to go back and review those items as well, just so I can kind of prepare myself and know what to expect this month and see if I have any questions about those items from last month that I wasn't able to get to. I'm trying to prepare myself as much as I can. Like I said, I am feeling a little bit anxious, but I think it'll be good. It's so much information that I'm sure there's no way they expect me to remember everything or not ask any questions or have everything done 100% correctly the first time. So I'm just trying to take deep breaths and give myself a little bit of grace. If you're in a similar situation, maybe you just started a new job, or maybe you also work in accounting, or maybe you just have really busy times of the year or the month as well. I'm sure you understand the feeling, but we'll get through it. It's just gonna take some time before we learn everything, which is totally okay. Also, sorry, I keep turning my head to look at my screen because I keep looking for messages that are coming through, but nothing too crazy yet. It's 5:15 in the morning, Arizona time, so not a ton going on right now, but I am going to review all of my notes and take a look at what I did last month just to jog my memory this morning. Also, look at this. My whole desk is taken up by my drinks. I have my coffee, my LaCroix, and my regular water. This is so ridiculous. It is like 10:40 right now, and I went through and I reviewed all of my notes from last month just to make sure I understood everything. I don't think I have any questions as of right now. As I was going back through all of my notes, everything was making sense. I was starting to remember how to do everything. So hopefully this month end goes smoothly. I have not received the email yet from our AP group, so we are still on standby for that. I do want to make some breakfast. I think I'm just going to heat up some oatmeal, and I'm going to take my laptop with me because I want to keep an eye out for that email. As soon as that email gets through, I really want to jump into the file. I already know it takes a long time to get through this file, and I want to make sure I can get through it in a timely manner. So I'm going to grab my laptop and head to the kitchen. Honestly, not even a big oatmeal person, but this Purely Elizabeth protein oatmeal is actually pretty good. I got the maple cinnamon roll, so I don't know how healthy that actually is, but I figured I should at least try and start eating breakfast. I was trying to be a little bit healthier, and it has 10 grams of protein, which I guess is pretty good. And this is the only oatmeal I've been able to find that I actually really like the taste of it. That is also one thing that's been really nice about working from home is if I want to get up and stretch my legs and step away from my computer for like 3 minutes to go and make some oatmeal at 10:45 in the morning, I can do that. I've really been liking just having that flexibility compared to being in an office for 9 hours a day. I used to never get up or even move from my desk during the day. So I've been trying to get better, even if it's only for a couple minutes at a time. I'm sad we're out of milk. I just realized. So I did use water, which I'm a little bit nervous about. It does say you can use water or milk, but I hate nothing more than soupy oatmeal. In fact, I probably really overcook or overheat my oatmeal, but I just can't stand soupy oatmeal. I think it's just a texture thing. So we'll see how this turns out. Sorry the lighting looks so dark in the living room. There's a big window over here and it's just casting a huge shadow. So sorry that lighting is terrible. But I moved out to the living room because I wanted to sit and eat my oatmeal out here, just a change of scenery, and because I know that once I get that email that I've been expecting, I will be sat at my desk for the rest of the day, probably not moving, and probably late tonight. And I did realize that I can roll forward the analysis files. So there are 2 analysis files for professional fees, one for G&A and one for other income that I will do the analysis over after we're done with month-end close, but I can at least roll forward the files. So that should only take me 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to do that while I sit here and eat my oatmeal. That will at least give me something to do in the meantime until I can begin my month-end close tasks. Okay, lots going on now all of a sudden. So I have a meeting in 2 minutes at 1 o'clock from 1 to 1:30 with the senior manager, and she's super nice. That was my Slack message, and she's super sweet, but she has been checking in with me every week, basically just to see how things have been going so far. So it shouldn't be anything too crazy. And then I did just get the email that AP closed. This has all happened in the past like 2 minutes. So after that, we will be good to run the GL that I need to pull in and start booking our accruals for month-end close. And I also just got a message from the senior accountant, one of the senior accountants, I should say. And she has a report that we need to run and she wants to walk me through it. It's something new that I haven't done this month. It is still related to month-end close and the journal entries that I typically book, but it wasn't something that we had time to cover last month. So I asked her if it was okay to meet in about a half an hour. I'm going to go ahead and see what she said. I am getting Slack messages, I am getting reminders, so a lot going on right now, but I just want to focus on my 1 p.m. meeting for the moment. So I just finished that meeting with the senior manager. I thought it was just like a touch base that she does every week, and it kind of was that, but then the manager, not the senior manager, but the manager right below her hopped on the call as well, and so I got a little nervous for a second. I was like, oh no, am I like doing something wrong? What's going on? But they told me that I'm actually switching managers. So again, I mentioned it in previous videos, but if you haven't seen them, when I first started this whole past month, my manager who I was assigned to was out on paternity leave. So he was gone the first month that I was here. He came back last week, I believe, and now they decided that the senior accountant that I've been training with, her and I are gonna swap managers. So she's been training me on a lot of her stuff. And so now she's moving over to the manager that I was originally assigned to. So we're essentially just like switching roles. She is going to be in like, I believe like fixed assets and marketing. I'm going to be now in like the professional fees officially, and I think helping with some payroll stuff. I'm still not 100% sure. Honestly, right now, I'm just trying to get through the month-end close process. So that is going to remain my focus today. I feel a little bit frazzled. I did already have a call with the person that was supposed to be my manager, who I was originally assigned to, and he was reviewing with me like how we account for fixed assets and going through some just very broad things about marketing, how we account for marketing contracts, things like that. So he gave me like a very brief overview. So I just feel like a little thrown off right now, which totally fine. I'm definitely not upset with switching managers. Everybody that I've met so far has been really wonderful. So I think no matter what team I'm a part of, I think I'll be really happy. It's just like taking me a second to grasp like that person is not my manager, like a new person is. So it should definitely be interesting. I hope that the senior accountant that I'm swapping with is excited about a change. It sounds like she's been in her position for a while, so maybe she'll really enjoy learning something new too. But anyways, I'm just kind of rambling now and I have a lot to do. I just got messaged by the senior accountant that I mentioned earlier, and I mentioned she asked me to run a report, or mentioned we have to review a report together, but I had that call. So she took care of it for me and just asked me to review the folder and see if I have any questions. So that is what I'm going to start with. I looked at that report and everything looked good, made sense, it looked very simple. And now I'm going to make a coffee. I feel like I need an afternoon coffee because once I start diving into this stuff, my butt is going to be parked here for the rest of the day for sure. And my first step is going to be running the GL detail for professional fees and for contractor fees. Those are the two accounts that I need to run the GL detail for our US entity and also for EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and Asia entity. And then from there, I'll be able to start going through the GL and seeing which invoices actually posted in the GL And if they haven't posted, we will have to check them to see if they were accrued for in the AP accrual. And if not, then we will have to accrue for them for the month of July. And that is essentially my entire month-end close process for professional fees. There are over 50 journal entries, 50 accruals in total, which is a lot that have to be reviewed and will have to be submitted and posted. So it is a very lengthy process. And some of the items come from Workday, which is the internal accounting system that we use. Some just come in an email as an update. Some will be posted in the GL, obviously, once we're reviewing the GL. So all the information is just in different areas, and each tab is a little bit different for each supplier. So that's really what takes the most time. It can be a little bit of a complicated process, but some of them are really easy. I'm going to work through the easiest ones first by just seeing which invoices have already posted in the GL. But like I said, I definitely need a coffee this afternoon. It is 1:40 right now, so we are making good time. So I think I can give myself like 5 minutes to go make a coffee. Okay, you guys, it is 6:30 right now. I worked until a little bit after 6, so I worked a little bit later today, but nothing too crazy. That's one thing that I do love about working from home is even when I stay logged on late, I was just saying, it didn't feel that bad. Like, it literally doesn't even feel late. I would usually just be getting home from work at this time anyways, so I honestly feel like I can get a lot more done working from home. And this afternoon was really busy. I worked through some accruals. I think so far I've done about 10 journal entries, and I mentioned there are 50 in total. So between the next 5 days, I think I am on a good path to get through the rest of the journal entries in order to wrap up month-end close. And that is going to wrap up this video today. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or any videos you want to see. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.